Pulling up here to Frost. Want to tell them what Frost is, Jared?
Frost has a lot of spraying technology. So if you're doing anything with like brine in the winter or fertilizing pumps, tanks, all that kind of stuff, these guys are really good at what they do. So we'll kind of walk in here. Ken's the owner, very helpful. But this is where we got like our mixing station, all our pumps on the trucks. So let's go check it out.
You want to go ahead and
Yeah.
tell them a little bit about yourself first, I guess?
Okay. Well, I'm the marketing manager for Frost Incorporated. We're a sprayer company in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin, and we manufacture sprayers for a bunch of different areas of spraying. So lawn care, ice control, plot management, golf, and a couple other small things like agriculture, vineyards and stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, this is where we make everything, and I guess we'll show you a couple different finished products that we have right now. Telling him was the closer you get to the front, the more finished the product is going to be. So
Okay.
like, this stuff is about ready to ship out. These are skid steer sprayers for ice control or lawn.
Okay.
And then we're kind of we started drone stuff. So anybody that has a drone right now can get a mixing station, and it's been very popular. So I think like at one point we had like 5 sitting there.
Okay. So do you
yeah.
guys make everything in-house then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We do. Yep, we got the tanks already sitting out there, and then we fabricate the metal, and then they ship it out to get powder coated, and Ryan puts them together.
Okay.
So this is the assembly station.
Pumps and stuff and
Yep. Puts everything together. Sometimes people drop off their own trailers so that we can
fabricate
custom.
stuff up.
Yep, yep. And that's Noah working on the welder, getting everything put together. And this is the start of like our big sprayer. So this is for golf courses. That's kind of our main focus. So essentially we use a Kubota UTV, and then we put the back is eventually transformed into like a full sprayer.
Okay.
That's all that
So
is
for
used.
stuff like this, is this something where if a golf course wants to buy it, so they would buy the whole unit?
The whole unit for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually it's not that way, but kind of the kicker for this one is it's got GPS in it, which you can't see on there now, but like our main service is GPS. So if golf courses want to spray in certain areas and
They just
follow a path.
map it out and
Yep, kind of like agriculture
okay.
tractors.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, yep, the technology side of things is getting really big right now.
Yep,
So.
for sure.
We have a bunch of pot stuff already made up. So those go pretty regularly, so we gotta have those ready.
Yep.
Yeah, and then just little parts. We try out some of them with the skid steer and our own UTV and stuff like that. One thing that you might like to see is some of these ice or brine mixers. So these are our C-mix is what we call them, but basically it's for brine. Like a big company would buy one of these, so you don't have to sit and mix each individual.
Yep. So you use this.
Yep.
You put your bulk salt in this.
Right.
And then it brines it down into a liquid, so then
Yep.
you can spray it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So that's pretty handy to have for those big companies.
Yep. Would you say you get a lot of business as far as people going with brine, and
Yeah.
is that kind of getting into a big market now?
It seems like it. You know, it's not for like every situation in the winter, but if you know of like a storm coming in, you want to get something on the road before,
Yep.
and it'll melt as you're kind of fixing it up the next day.
Okay.
So it's a smart idea, but it's more money and
Yep.
a lot of work. So we have one of those in the front too. But yeah, so you would put another vertical tank right here, or it goes up to like 1,600 gallons, I think.
Yep.
And
I think
then-
what we actually have is we have something similar to this. So what we would have is this thing,
Yep.
and then a big 1,000-gallon water tank that draws from
Yes.
there, goes to here,
And then it all just
and then you just mix in your chemical in here,
Yeah.
goes through there, and that gets pumped right into
Yep.
your tanks like we run box trucks and stuff. So
Yep. super simple.
Those
And
will
it
go in
does
your truck and-
granulars too, which is kind of nice. Like
Yep.
salt stuff you can also do here. So,
Yep, I believe we were like urea. We were
Sure.
going with that. He was saying over there in that picture too, that bigger tank mixing stuff like that. So,
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
and then this, I'm sure that this is kind of
This is the drone mixing station.
Okay.
So it's, it could be used for landscaping and stuff too. It basically just has like a gas gun that comes out, and you would fill up your drone or whatever with that.
okay.
So it goes in the back of a truck.
So you put this in the back of a truck, then
Right.
you have when you have your drone out, you just fly your drone. Once
Yep.
you're empty, fly it back to your truck, fill it
Yeah.
up, and
Yep.
do you know offhand? I guess how much like those drones? Do you know how many gallons
Like the
go
actual
into them?
drone.
Yeah.
I
guess
think
it's probably
like 2.5.
very- Okay.
The one that we had before. It might be bigger now. Like it probably does vary, but
Yep.
yeah, 2.5 is the one that we had. It was pretty cool. Carries a lot of weight.
Yep. And then I see you got all your parts in house too,
yeah.
pumps and hoses and
A little bit of
fittings.
We got
So-
all the farmers coming in for those little pieces to fix their sprayers in the spring.
Yep. There's always something that needs to be fixed, right?
Right.
Seems like farming all the time. There's always something going on with farming, but
They love fixing stuff.
yep. Like you said, we got all the just every kind of spraying application you can really think of. They got it here. So,
Yep.
Yeah, if you
well, I appreciate you showing us around.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
Definitely some cool stuff you got here. Is that almost like a spray paint type of deal for your lines, or is that
The pushy one.
yeah? There's that.
It's more like a covered herbicide sprayer.
Okay.
So you would go under like what we would do like Christmas trees, but it's just like handheld. So
Okay.
you don't have to,
Yep.
have it behind something.
Yep.
So that was new last year. So we've had a lot of interest in that too.
And then this runs off a little. Looks like a Milwaukee plug
Yeah.
battery.
Yep. We thought that would be handy. So that's a new thing too.
All right, guys, back at the shop. So, kind of like we were saying, this is what we have at the shop for mixing. So your chemical, like say, you're using whatever liquid dimension, you pour it in. This has a little bottle rinser. So you put your bottle in there, rinses it out a couple times. What you're supposed to do following the law. But anyways, you comes out of that big tank, a 1,000 gallon water tank. You got a pump there, goes through the pump, comes through here. Then you have this big hose that we have here that gets connected to here. You have a flow rate, so you can put how many gallons you want pumped into it. It'll open and close the valve to let that much water in. And then you connect that hose, like I was saying. That gets ran all the way to like our box trucks. So we got a big tank. Now we don't use this for the first step because we use granular. But when we do, and you hook that hose to there, open that cap, and kind of that's the setup. And then you got this hose, turn that pump on to that hose, and that's what fills our tanks and our machines. So that's kind of the setup of that. Really slick design. Frost out of St. Croix Falls. Great people to work with. We're gonna leave their contact info or their website here. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or, for whatever purpose you're trying to get into, give them a call. They'll have all the answers. Like I said, great people to work with. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the little Frost tour. So we'll catch you in the next one. Later.